Shubor nakaslem jong unongsan Hima.
Unang yalam bahakli ka All India Power Engineer Federation, Shailendra Dubey. Ula khot lawe re ka Sarkar Meghalaya, ban Pyrshah jor re ka jingtmu ka Sarkar India, ban pen kelaya ka wei ka an. Kabaya day bat ka Bording, kabatip kum ka Electricity Amendment Bill 2008. Habakran cekilat pathai kubor, kum shibanta ka General Conference ka bakhatsao, jong ka kinhuan MEECL Engineers Association, ha Hotel Pinewood, mentakas ngi ka arpuar tere unaitung, 2008. Dobe ulaong bada ka bapen kala, ya kani kaan. Ka Sarkar Pedeng kan sa ailat ya ki company Cement, ban sam Bording Ilektrik da ka bapendan kam, ya ki jingdan jingem bat ki tiar kitar, ki baladon lepa jong ki company ka Sarkar. Dobe ulaong ru ba kani ka jingle ka Sarkar Pedeng, ban pen kelaya kaan. Kadai tang ka jingtmu ban pen yok mentoy, ya ki company Cement. Bakin yok lat ban sam Bording Ilektrik. Henry ka kata iki pat ba ki bapendan kam, ya ka Ilektrik ha ka ribarok kawai. Kamtam haba ka company jong ka Sarkar kila de penlut de ki klor bat million tengka ban pen bhaya kuru kom sam Bording shaki pat ba. Kumta Dobe ubade ru chairman ka National Coordination Committee of All India Electricity Employees and Engineers ula kentu ya ka Sarkar Meghalaya bad umentri rangba Conrad ke sangma ban pha jingtho sha umentri rangba do kari ban Pyrshah ya kane ka jingtmu. Ban pen kelaya kaan bat ban danshwa kajing asal lok bat ki kenhuan bapher ki badai ki nong yo benta ha kaliang ka Bording.
Sterlite Power Limited is a presentation on the new technology that will be used in transmission system, and then we had a session where Shri Shailendra Dubey ji had briefed us on the electricity bill. It was very highly enlightening, and we are halfway now. The session is still to go. In the afternoon session, we will have a business session where we'll have the election of the new office bearers. At the same time, as usual, we'll have the General Secretary report presented in the meeting. And later in the evening, we will be having an open session where Honorable Minister PHE has kindly consented to be the chief guest, and also the guest of honor will be the CMD. The bill is going to be passed by Parliament, so the impact will be unilateral, will be across pan India. So whatever impact is going to have in mainland India, the same impact will be here also. So basically, like he had, Shailendra BGC has already said that mainly this is going to impact the consumers. And of course, it is also going to impact the prospect of the discounts. He had made an open appeal. Obviously, from the association side, we are also going to pursue this. We are having our general conference, and during this general conference, we have amidst us today a special guest, Shri Shailendra Dubey ji, who is the chairman of the All India Power Engineers Federation, to which our MEECL Engineers Federation is affiliated to, and he is also the chairman of the National Coordination Committee of Electricity Employees and Engineers. So we are very fortunate and privileged to have him with us today here, and he has briefed us elaborately on the pros and cons of the electricity bill, and sir, I would like you to kindly brief the press.
Few days before the starting of the monsoon session of Parliament, that electricity amendment bill 2022 will be placed before the Parliament. Although in the list of the bills to be placed before the Parliament, electricity amendment bill 2022 is not listed there, but we are opposing it, and in that reference, this conference of the Meghalaya Energy Corporation Power Engineers Association was very important. Why we are opposing electricity amendment bill 2022? Because the bill is providing the path for it is paving the path for the privatization of the power sector. And after the privatization of the power sector, subsidies and cross-subsidies will go in one do. What is the meaning of subsidy? when we are supplying electricity to the poor consumers, to the farmers, to below poverty line consumers, even to the domestic consumers having consumption of 300, 400 units per month, that is a subsidy. And when subsidy will go, nobody will get the electricity below rupees 10 to rupees 12 per unit. And the electricity will be unaffordable for the farmers, for the common man, which is very dangerous. Then electricity is on the concurrent list of the constitution. That means central government as well as state government both have the equal right to make the law. But central government is unilaterally forming the law and which is breaking the spirit of the federalism and imposing the laws of the privatization on the states, and in the name of financial help, arm twisting is also going on there. So this is one of the very important point, that private discoms will be using the network of the existing discom of the government department, and government department has spent hundreds of thousands of crores of rupees on the erection of the network, and every day we are spending hundreds of crores in the operation and maintenance of the network, and government company without spending a single penny will be simply minting the money through this network. So we are opposing electricity amendment bill in the larger interest of the state, in the larger interest of the consumers, and in the larger interest of the power employees. And through this press conference, through media, I would like to appeal Honorable Chief Minister of Meghalaya that Meghalaya government, like other governments of the country, should also have written a letter to all the chief ministers to oppose the electricity amendment bill. And since I am here in Shillong, so very respectfully, I request and I appeal to Honorable Chief Minister of Meghalaya also to write a letter to the Honorable Prime Minister and oppose the electricity amendment bill, and the bill should not be rushed through in the parliament without having a proper debate with all the stakeholders, particularly with the electricity consumers and electricity employees. Very pertinent question which you have put before me. Actually, this is something very scandalous because the performance of the smart meters is also very horrifying. Smart meters are running very fast, and then there is a question of the quality of the smart meters also. I am not questioning the technology, I am not questioning the modernization of the power system, but the basic question is that why these smart meters are coming. This is the background is privatization of the power distribution of the country. After the privatization, when prepaid meters are there, after the privatization, the private company will not have to do any effort to realize the revenue. So the background is only privatization of the power department. But hundreds of thousands of employees will be losing the employment across the country. Meter readers will lose the employment because no meter reading will be required with the prepaid meter. Revenue collection department, all the employees will be surplus because no revenue collection is required. Just like mobile, if we have the prepaid SIM, we are not going to have any machinery for the revenue realization. We have prepaid, and after that payment is over, it is already disconnected. Same story is behind the prepaid meter, and it's too early. There should be a debate at the national level, and all the stakeholders. When I say stakeholders, I mean the biggest stakeholder in the power sector are power consumers and power employees. They should be taken into consideration.
Specifically, how do you term pain for consumers?
It may be a boon or pain. It will be too early to comment anything just now because in whole of the country, millions of consumers are there, and there is consumers are of different categories. Some are farm sector, some are below poverty line, some are SC, ST, and very poor consumers. So they will not be able to continue with this argument. So it's too early. I think we should give some more time for this. from the cities where private operators are working, and it will be very easy to start from there. 4 major cities of the India are totally, as far as electricity is concerned, totally in the hands of the private sector. Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata, Ahmedabad and Gandhinagar. Government should start smart metering from there. Let us see the experiment.
So what is the reason behind that the government of India is pushing this project all over the country?
I will not comment anything, but as I told you earlier, that the background is privatization.
At one point we are saying that we want to make things.
Employment will be affected. You are talking about the smart meter.
Yeah.
Smart employment will be affected in a very large manner, because all the employees connected with the 2 sections, meter reading and revenue collection, their requirement will be zero.
But how do we strike a balance? At one point we are saying that we want to make things faster, easier,
Using
better.
the technology.
Yeah, using the technology.
India is a very big country. In one go, they want to do everything in one go. What I have suggested, that they should start prepaid smart metering from the major cities, where already private operators are there. Why they are not starting from there? Let us see what is the outcome, what is the experiment there.
But what is the reason that you, from your All India Power Engineers Federation and National Coordination Committee of all engineers, you could not stop this?
No, I am not altogether, I am not totally opposing it. But there are issues in the smart metering. There are issues. Issues are in the purchasing of the smart meters also. Issues are in the performance of the smart meters also. There are issues.